Dale, that leads to a very important question. That is, what's your reaction to just take two or three of the really important issues that have been before the Maine legislature over the last year, and what's your reaction to the outcomes of some of those major issues?
Well, we've had some real heartbreaking turns in this last legislative session. One was Land for Maine's Future, as you know. We had, the things that make me most troubled are where we have a process where we have many stakeholders get involved and reach compromise agreements that listen to and respect and incorporate people's perspectives, and then someone kind of comes in like a bull in a china shop and kills it. And Land for Maine's Future was a great example of that. I think we had a lot of agreement. We had the town council here in Cumberland agreeing on it. I think that the voters in gray were supportive of it, and because Paul LePage was opposed to it, that got shot. And a similar situation was the bill for enhancing solar power to have renewable energy in Maine. It really, what is heartbreaking about something like that to me is I know some of the people who were involved, how hard they worked to bring in different stakeholders, how hard they worked to be fair, to be equitable, for there to be give and take. That is the soul of good legislation. Everybody is heard. Everybody has a voice. And when you can reach an agreement, that is a wonderful thing. It's a magical moment, And they did. They reached agreement, and then it got shot down because some people either voted against it or, as you know, walked out to not have a vote. There are things that I'm very disappointed in. There was a proposal to provide affordable housing for seniors, and that started out at $65 million, and that was a really, I think, wonderful bond idea. First of all, we could bond the money at favorable interest rates, and the idea was not just to build housing, but it was to retrofit old housing. So we have a lot of old housing stock in Maine. A lot of older people live in houses that are not weather tight and they're not really appropriate, and they need some kind of modifications. So a proposal was put forward for a $65 million bond. Because of opposition primarily from the governor, that was chopped down to $15 million. And then that $15 million was opposed by, as you know, our local representative. So, and then the governor has refused to spend the money even after it did get enacted. So, what those who have been close to the process in Augusta, and I have been. I mean, I used to have to go testify all the time in Augusta as heading up an agency. When you have gone through that process of getting people on board, it is just, it's beyond painful to have somebody come in who has not been part of that process, who has not taken the time to understand what went into it, what the give and take was, and say, I'm shooting it down. And then have people say, because of my party affiliation, I'm going to walk away from this.